Hello and welcome to Did You Know Gaming Extra. Today we're exploring video game samples in the world of music. Sampling has resulted in the creation of many tracks, taking parts of other songs or sounds and using them in new and interesting ways. While in many cases it can be just sampling individual words or sentences, sometimes sampling can be taking a whole track and giving it a new spin. While the legalities of sampling are often questionable, experimental musicians have been doing it since music started being composed digitally in the mid-70s. With video games becoming a staple entertainment, it isn't surprising to see some artists use parts of these games in their own music. This includes highly popular artists such as Donald Glover, also known under his musical stage name Childish Gambino. The Childish Gambino track Eat Your Vegetables samples music from Nintendo and Rare's Donkey Kong Country, more specifically the track Aquatic Ambience, originally composed by David Wise. The sampling of video games has even been used by popular rappers such as Eminem. In the single Hellbound, Eminem performed alongside Master Ace and Jay Black, and made use of samples from Soul Calibur. Throughout the song are samples of the Soul Calibur track Sacrifice as well as the game's narrator. While these tracks use sampling as backing pieces, Australian drum and bass band Pendulum made use of the Super Mario World soundtrack in their first ever single, Granite. The track itself being inspired by video game boss battles, it seems only fitting that they would sample the castle stage music from Super Mario World. Hip-hop artist Ab-Soul didn't even look too far back for the track Terrorist Threats, performed alongside Danny Brown and Jhené Aiko. Here, the trio make use of music created by Darren Korb for the Bastion soundtrack, using it to introduce the song. But it isn't just the music industry that makes use of sampling. Composers for game soundtracks do it as well. Hideki Naganuma famously samples throughout his soundtracks, with many knowing Jet Set Radio as a soundtrack that takes snippets from TV, radio, film and history. But when working on Sonic Rush, Naganuma even sampled from other games. With the track Wrapped in Black, portions of the Grandia track Snow Village Lane are used, complemented by the voice of civil rights activist Malcolm X.
It's just like when you got some coffee that's too black, which means it's too strong.
But even tunes which many associate with gaming aren't always where those beats originate. For example, the iconic guitar riff found in the introduction to Doom's At Doom's Gate, created by Bobby Prince, is actually taken from the metal track Hooked by D.R.I. There are a number of examples of this throughout the Doom franchise. And now it's time for this episode's random piece of trivia. Today we're looking at World Championship Soccer 2, released for the SEGA Genesis in 1994. In the game's code, there is a message hidden away by a sneaky sausage of a developer who rips the game a fresh one. It reads, without any punctuation, "This game sucks a twice over cheap shit, can't even come up with a real-world password screen bullshit sucker asshole." That's all for today, but let me just quickly mention the Region Locked book based on our other show on the channel. If you're interested in regional exclusive games, or just like some retro classics and maybe even some newer ones, or maybe you just like books, I don't know, check out the link in the description down below. And as always, let's give a special shout out to our patrons. They help us keep this show a-rollin'. If you want to be part of this super cool team of super cool people, the link to that is also in the description down below. And we come to the bit where you know exactly what I'm going to say. Like, subscribe, notify. Keep it brief, keep it fresh. Have a great week.